So white crane karate is a special type of karate. A lot of the Okinawan karate systems have white crane as part of their curriculum or as part of extra curriculum outside of promotion requirements. So white crane is mentioned in the Bubishi, which is a text of karate information passed down from, long time ago. No one knows exactly when it originated. But anyhow, the white crane techniques contain like the secret essence of karate. It's not truly a secret. It just seems to be a secret because usually the training in it is reserved until later on in your training. The crane techniques are very different from standard karate techniques. It relies more on the use of chi, and it relies more on being soft and not like hard and rigid like real hard Japanese karate would be like. This is one of the reasons why Okinawan karate and Japanese karate are different from one another. But there are two main streams of white crane in Okinawa. Now, there's more than just the two main streams, but you have the Gokenki lineage of white crane, and then you have the Matsumura lineage of white crane. Now, there's a lot of different little smaller ones in addition to that. Now, with the Gokenki, I call the Gokenki line Hakutsuru Kempo, which literally means white crane fist method. And usually, since it's a type of karate, I'll call it Hakutsuru Kempo karate. Now, the Hakutsuru that I do is a mix of different sorts of crane traditions from Okinawa. Now, primarily it comes from Gokenki, which is this guy right here. And the guy standing behind Gokenki there is Kenwa Mabuni. And even though I've had crane training with lots of different schools, one of the guys that did a lot of the Gokenki stuff is this guy right here named Jim Gaines, which I work with him also in doing this Hakutsuru Kempo that I do. He also happens to do a lot of Matsumura stuff as well, which between me and him, our backgrounds are very similar to one another. Now, there's also the Buto-ryu Tsuruken. Now, the Buto-ryu, which is Buto means mountain warrior. So the mountain warrior style of crane fist, Tsuru being crane, Ken being fist, is primarily of the Matsumura line of white crane karate. Now, the Matsumura line eventually went to Hohan Soken, who is this guy right here. And before I met Jerry Gould, those you know I'm a student of Jerry Gould. Before I met Jerry Gould, I was a student of Bill Markin, who was a student of Dwight Stewart, who was a student of Sekichi Kinjo. I'm not sure if I said his first name correctly or not. And a student of Hohan Soken, but he wasn't a direct student of Hohan Soken. He was a student of Hohan Soken, and would sometimes go and train with Hohan Soken. He was also a student of Fusei Kisei, who was also a student of Hohan Soken. Very complicated there, and some of the people get their panties in a bunch if you say someone was a direct student of Hohan Soken whenever they were a student of a student, but would still go train with Hohan Soken over time. Anyhow, regardless from that point right there, I met a guy named Ron Goninon, and I am working with Ron Goninon in Buto-ryu Tsuruken. Buto-ryu Tsuruken comes from a person who was a student of Hohan Soken. His name is Takaya Yabiku. Takaya Yabiku took what he learned and then expanded on it even more than that. And his crane system goes to Ron Goninon. Ron Goninon is the current headmaster of Buto-ryu. Takaya Yabiku, he's still alive. He's just retired from teaching it. He passed the reins off to Ron Goninon. I'm under Ron Goninon for the Buto-ryu, and I am currently appointed as the head of Buto-ryu in the Philippines and surrounding regions. But anyway, I'm going to start teaching this right here. I'll have some free lessons out, but I'll also have some paid lessons as well. Reason for the paid lessons is I don't want to sit there and waste my time teaching people who aren't really interested. By having that paywall, it's going to help put the people that really want to learn separate from people that are like, I'll waste my time teaching. So I hope that makes sense as to why I'll give some free lessons to show what it is, but the real serious lessons will have to be behind a paywall because I don't want to waste my time teaching people that really don't want to learn. But anyhow, that right there is what white crane karate is. And this right here is two types of white crane I'm going to be teaching. The Hakutsuru Kempo, which is primarily of the Gokenki line, and the Buto-ryu Tsuruken, which is primarily of the Matsumura line. Now, remember, they're not pure Gokenki, not pure Matsumura. There's influences back and forth. But the point is the two major lines of Hakutsuru Kempo I'm offering as lessons for those who want to learn. And since these will be virtual lessons, the idea is that I'm not teaching you how to fight with the white crane. I'm teaching you how to do the techniques and the forms, and then use that to supplement your karate. Which your karate, your straight up karate, should be where you're learning how to fight. The white crane then becomes supplemental to that training. So there should be no issues from anyone with me teaching you forms online, since I'm not teaching you the fight part. If you want to learn the fight part, I probably know someone near where you live that can teach you the fight part of it. But other than that, if you're interested in white crane lessons, pay attention to my free lessons. And if you're really interested in it, pay attention to my paid lessons. All right, y'all take care. God bless you all.